Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of A Couple of Brain Cells. I'm Amelia.
And I'm Kyle.
This is a podcast all about the significant moments in pop culture and internet history that Kyle has missed and that I have been too chronically online for.
5.
6, 7, 6, 7.
Oh no.
We have a doozy today.
The brain rot.
I know, my brain rot's really bad today. Also, it's hot in the room we're recording in.
Sweating.
Kyle, this is episode 10.
Wow, 10 whole episodes.
I know.
Does that make 20 brain cells, or are we still at 2?
We're still at 2.
Oh.
Then we'd have to rename this podcast to A Few Brain Cells. It doesn't really make sense like that. It's just not the same. But, we launched this podcast with TanaCon, and so I was like, wow, I can't believe we've made it to 10 episodes. We should do something in the same vein of. So, what did we learn from that podcast episode, the TanaCon episode? What did we learn?
Something about toothbrushes, and not everyone's cut out to put together a convention. Yes,
it can be really hard to start a convention, really like any mass gathering of people, but lucky for us, there has been no shortage of chaotic events that have attempted to take place. So with that being said, what do you know about Fyre Festival?
I've heard about people... No, I've actually never heard about Fyre Festival. I was going to say Burning Man. Yeah, the burning, fire, but nothing about Fyre Festival. Just Burning Man.
Yeah, I think some people get confused. Burning Man is a successful,
So I
don't know if it's technically a music festival.
In the desert?
I guess art festival would work.
Right, because they have music, but then they have art exhibits and all this stuff. And people passing out in the desert.
Yeah, not everyone, but some. You have to hydrate if you're going to be out there. But, the fire of it all, it makes things confusing. But Fyre Fest is different and not in the desert. But, okay, let's just jump right into it, since it seems like you don't know too much about it.
No.
Okay, so to understand Fyre Fest, we have to first learn about the two men who launched it. We'll start with Billy McFarland. Have you ever heard this name? You
heard
wouldn't
the
have.
McFarland name, not Billy.
You probably have heard Seth MacFarlane, that's the Family Guy guy. Billy was born on December 11th, 1991 in New York City. New York City. Can you talk?
No.
I feel like it's important to mention when he was born because his brand is actually based upon being a millennial culture.
Bold. Bold. Choose that as your brand.
Why?
I think, it's a dated brand to have.
Well, this happened in 2017.
Oh, I'm saying being a millennial. It's
He
you'll
is
always
still a
be dated as a millennial.
Kyle, be nice to the millennials.
Was it an insult to say that you'll always be dated as a millennial?
Anyways,
how the turntables turn.
He kind of has the background we hear about with a lot of entrepreneur type. He went to Bucknell University in Pennsylvania, but dropped out at the end of his freshman year. The first company that kind of got his name on the map was called Magnesis. He received $1.5 million of funding to create what was described as the millennial version of an Amex Black Card.
The millennial? Why does it have to be a different version?
I'm telling you that millennialism is his brand.
But what does that even mean for an Amex card?
Well, I'll explain.
Only $1.5 million for an Amex card? That doesn't sound like enough to start a bank.
If you don't know what the Amex Black Card is, it's the very fancy.
I understand.
Black card, and I'm telling the audience, some people might not know.
Forgot they're here in the room with us.
Are you flexing?
They're
watching. Do you have an Amex card? No. It was a card. So the Magnesis card was a card that also worked like a club membership. Here's more about how it worked. You pay $250 to get a card, which carries the information from your own existing credit or debit card. But this card would get you access to private concerts, events, etc. I imagine it was like how Amex has exclusive fan pre-sales and lounges at concerts and stuff like that. The millennial version, literally whatever that means, because you were what makes it millennial? That a millennial is running it, and I guess the events were targeted towards millennial audience. I'm already exhausted.
You're telling me.
Mag-
I'm already lost.
Millennials.
Millennials made a credit card, got it.
But it wasn't a credit card.
But it wasn't an actual credit card because
No,
it wasn't backed by a bank.
It was like you remember like did you ever get one of those like fake driver's licenses as a kid? Like I had a Hannah Montana one. Oh, well I was like, well, I'm the hottest shit in town, I guess.
Oh, sure. I got the driver's license from Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the DMV. Disneyland Motor Vehicle Ventricle?
Ventricle?
Anyways, Magnesis was run out of a rented townhouse in the West Village. But in 2015, the owner of said townhouse sued Billy for, quote, trashing the building. I couldn't find specifics on what exactly happened because they settled the lawsuit and then relocated to Chelsea, so a different neighborhood in New York. The company honestly did pretty well, I guess. I mean, it was founded in August of 2013, and by December, they already had 500 members. Do you think that's doing well? You know business better than me. So,
500 members isn't bad when you think there's almost 300 million people in the U.S.
Okay.
It's not exactly a large portion of those people.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, you said $250 per?
Mm-hmm. Like to sign up.
I don't know, he's making okay money.
They allegedly ended up having tens of thousands of members in New York City and Chicago by 2016. But Billy did not start this company alone. He co-founded it with a man named Ja Rule. Kyle, have you ever heard of Ja Rule?
Yeah, we go way back.
Do you know him just as
No.
Rule? Because you're so close with
She
him.
just told me to call him Ja.
Yeah.
That shark. But just
Ja.
like singular. Yeah.
You know that
He
the
always
the
introduced
prequel,
himself as
the
that.
prequel to
Yeah.
Jaws.
Ja.
Ja.
Ja was his cooler, like, surfer brother. Ja.
It's okay that you don't know him. He was a pretty big rapper in the 90s and early 2000s. I bet people who are listening to this that are older than us might be rolling their eyes, but he was born February 29th, 1976. And who knows how old he is because he was actually born on Leap Day, February 29th.
Well, he would be 50 years old this year.
1976? There's been 50 Leap Days?
No, there's been 50 years.
Okay, but like...
So you would be 50.
Well, that's not his birthday, though.
Yeah, so you divide that by 4. Because it's a leap day every 4 years.
Which means...
It's 12 and a half.
By letting a 12-year-old run businesses. That's fucking crazy. He began his rap career in 1994 and quickly rose to fame. His debut album, Veni Vidi Vici, was released...
Veni Vidi Vici?
Yeah, was released and peaked at number 35 on the Billboard Hot 100. He has been nominated for 4 Grammys and has won several rap and hip-hop awards. He has also seemingly been interested in business kind of his entire life. He launched a clothing line in 2004 and his first alcohol-based brand in 2006. He was already kind of like...
I feel like those are very common entry-level businesses when you come from pop culture.
100%.
Either you start alcohol or you make a clothing line or makeup. It's one of the 3.
Yeah. Makeup is more recently, but totally. Yeah. Billy met Ja Rule when he tried to book him for an event. Ja Rule came on board as more of like a celebrity ambassador for Magnesis. Wasn't really involved with like the business side of things. However, it seems like he and Billy really got along, and together they founded a new company called Fyre Media Inc. in 2016. Fyre Media was primarily like a music booking agency. They developed the Fyre app. Oh, and Fyre is spelled Fyre.
Fear.
And this app was essentially built like a dating app, so you could like swipe and shit, but it was for booking artists, like for events. It was supposed to make it easier to find event organizers to find like the right entertainment for the right event, and also give artists a little more leverage by accepting or denying any requests and also setting their own booking fees.
I feel like the list of venues and performers a lot less than like the dating pool. I can't imagine that the same system would work well.
I agree. I the concept is nice.
I
just don't know, like you said, like in practice, like is there that many artists who are willing to
demand?
Yeah. Just like any business, Billy and Ja Rule were trying to figure out a good way to market the app. They were looking for a way to target millennials, of course, something that Billy seems to be into brand-wise, and also promote the musician side of things. And what do you get when you put millennials and music together, Kyle?
Concerts.
Music festivals. Yes. I'm joking. Music festivals have existed long before millennials. They will exist long after. But millennials do love a good festival. That is a big part of their culture. And thus, Fyre, once again with the Y, Festival was born.
Festival also with a Y.
No.
You sure? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Billy and Ja Rule wanted this festival to feel like the festival to be at. Bitch, this is the new Coachella. Something exclusive and fresh. Kind of like Billy had been like trying to do with Magnesis, where it was the Amex Black Card, but like better. At the time they're planning this, it's 2016. And people have been revisiting 2016 and the internet, and at that time, a lot lately. And I've personally taken note of how like all the influencers at this time were always on a beach. Like, everybody was on tropical vacation. They were posting thirst traps in Hawaii and all this stuff. They were in Greece, things like that. But this is something that Ja Rule and Billy really channeled in looking for a place to host Fyre Festival. They traveled to a couple islands in the Bahamas and eventually found one called Norman's Cay. Norman's Cay is located in the Exumas, which is a group of islands like east of Nassau. So still Bahamas, just not like more touristy. It's like a little more exclusive. Notably, the island was the former headquarters of a man named Carlos Leder, I hope I'm saying his name right, who was a co-founder of the famous Medellin cartel in Colombia. Know anything about this cartel?
No, but I'm glad you're putting some recognition to Mr. Letter. He's very well known.
Well, yes. So to be honest, I think people our age don't know as much as maybe those a little bit older than us, because this is not like super far away history. But if you've seen Narcos on Netflix, it talks about the cartel and specifically its infamous leader, Pablo Escobar. So that's the kind of world this guy is coming from. But Carlos was also involved in the cartel, and after purchasing Norman's Cay for around $4.5 million, it was heavily used for smuggling cocaine into the U.S. Also, it was a gorgeous tropical island, so a lot of partying was happening there as well.
Well, also when there's cocaine involved, a lot of partying.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
But it was like a good stop between Colombia and the U.S. to kind of stock planes. It actually like revolutionized it, because instead of using like drug mules, they were able to load up entire planes there and get them into Miami.
You seem like you admire this.
I don't
effort.
admire. What?
You're like, it was revolutionary.
It did change the game. Revolutionizing just means changing. Why would
Sure.
why would I like
There's a lot of money to be made.
I don't do shit with cocaine. Anyways, so Billy and Ja Rule find this island. It's small, it doesn't have many residents. It's a gorgeous tropical destination. It has like a dark but exciting history to it. Billy begins figuring out how to lease the island from the owners for a Fyre Festival. The owners have a couple conditions, but one really, really strict one. Do you want to guess what their one thing was?
Don't talk about Fyre Festival. No videos, no photos, no phones.
Close with the don't talk about. The Fyre team was to make zero references to Pablo Escobar and his dealings with the island in their promotional marketing materials. So don't mention the drug history. So the island is booked. So what do you need to do next? I'm asking you.
Promote it.
Shoot promo. They needed to get eyes on this festival, so in December of 2016, several models and influencers are flown to the Bahamas to shoot promotional material. Some names you may recognize are Bella Hadid, Hailey Baldwin, who now goes by Hailey Bieber, and Emily Ratajkowski. They were pretty smart with how they played this, as the models and influencers were using their own Instagrams to post about this trip, so at first it kind of looked like a girls' trip to the Bahamas, and then it came out that it was like this bigger promotional thing. But Fyre also did film them on their trip to announce the festival, and actually I'm going to show you the announcement trailer. Okay. I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
First of all, I'm not going to play that clip in the podcast episode because there's no talking or anything. So can you describe the video announcing Fyre Festival?
Yeah, it's shot like a Carl's Jr. ad.
In the sense that
pretty women and unrealistic expectations.
That's really tea.
Correct.
That's a great way to put it, babe. Second question. Would you go based off of this video?
Absolutely not.
Why?
I don't know what it's advertising.
Okay. Lastly, did you notice any specific wording in this video? Perhaps something that was explicitly not supposed to be in it?
Yeah, it mentioned once known by Pablo Escobar. It said it's a quest. It didn't say what for. It said to go beyond, was it the boundaries or beyond expectations,
Yeah.
or beat the impossible?
That's like their, yeah.
It was like kind of giving like a hotel commercial for like a resort.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's a short festival. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of clips of just random music performances.
Oh, music performances.
Music performances.
Yeah, it specifically said ones owned by Pablo Escobar, which we know Fyre was specifically told not to use in their marketing. So Norman's K cancels the lease. And now Billy has no venue just 4 months out from the event. However, the promo continues as if nothing happened. Supermodel and Nepo baby Kendall Jenner post on her Instagram that several artists from Good Music Inc., but it's GOOD Music Inc., it's a record label founded by Kanye West, would be headlining the event. So hype is building and tickets are selling. So Billy has to find a venue quick. He is eventually granted a permit to use a site that had been set aside for like development on the island of Great Exuma, about 2 months out from the event. Great Exuma is not a private island. And the site the permit was for was actually just up the road from like a sandals resort. However, Fyre continued to promote the event as if it was on a private island and even allegedly continued to say the Pablo Escobar part. In March, the initial lineup gets announced and includes acts such as Blink-182, Major Lazer, Disclosure, Tyga, K-Tronada, and Migos. These are big acts. However, at this time, cracks in the foundation begin to show to the public. A Twitter account called Fyre Fraud begins posting about the festival being a potential scam. They first revealed the sandals resort of it all. They also directly replied to people tweeting their excitement about going, telling them it's a scam and to get their money back. Just days before the festival.
Who was making these replies?
At Fyre Fraud on Twitter.
Vigilantes.
Yes.
Good.
And just days before the festival, they were tweeting out that Fyre was getting loans in order to just pay the vendors, which at this point, the vendors should be like mostly paid. The festival's around the corner. Also at this time, the Wall Street Journal drops an article with insider information suggesting that this event was not as ready as the marketing was making people think. It alleged that some artists hadn't been paid, guests hadn't received travel information, and that the organizers were still going around trying to find funding a month before the festival. To make logistics even more difficult, the caterers dropped out.
I guess we could all go eat at Sandals.
Yeah, everybody go to Sandals. Well, Sandals is like, no, we're an all-inclusive bitch. Like, you gotta stay here. But anyways, originally $6 million had been set aside for catering, which allegedly included meals from celebrity chefs for the VIPs. Fyre hired a new catering service on a $1 million budget instead. Billy thinks that's not correct. And funding was extremely important. The tickets being sold simply could not cover the cost of the festival. Kyle, do you want to guess how much it is to put on a music festival over 2 weeks in the Bahamas?
Over 2 weeks in the Bahamas.
Like 2 weekends.
About $75 to $100 million.
Okay, close. With the whole venue issues and everything, experts in the industry were estimating it would be around $50 million to do things the right way. And that's just for the event to happen. So let's do some math. My dyscalculia ass attempts to do math. Here we go. Ticket prices. I already fucked up. It wasn't even numbers. Ticket prices varied from $500 to $1,500 for day tickets. And also the VIP packages were sold for $12,000.
Okay.
There were allegedly around 5,000 tickets sold. If we were to do the math, in assuming that all of them were VIP tickets, so the highest ticket point, that would give us around $60 million.
Mm-hmm.
Which will be okay, except that with the VIP package, the ticket buyers would also have their travel and accommodations included. Again, it's $50 million just to put on the festival, not counting all this extra shit.
Mm-hmm.
All of that travel and accommodations would have to come out of Fyre's budget. Basically, there's no way for this to be profitable or even turn out the way they're planning. And that becomes very obvious from the start very quickly. That number does not count towards paying the artists, who promptly began to drop out of the festival days before it started. Notably, Blink-182 dropped out and posted this statement I will read on Twitter. Regrettably, and after much careful and difficult consideration, we want to let you know that we won't be performing at Fyre Fest in the Bahamas this weekend and next weekend. We're not confident that we would have what we need to give you the quality of performances we always give our fans. What do you think of that statement?
That means we wouldn't have the money we deserve to perform.
I was reading it as that as well, but I felt like it was like a little bit of like a half warning where they were like, we wouldn't have what we need to do the performance, aka there ain't shit ready. And this statement, probably not something you want to hear while arriving to Fyre Festival at 6 a.m. The day before it begins, which is what happened to many. As you may be able to assume, the site, as people were arriving, was by no means ready. And people started arriving April 27th, which is like the day before. It's like day 0, essentially. There was a split in initial visitors, with some being sent to like a beachside restaurant to hang out and drink until their accommodations were ready. Others were sent to the festival grounds. Local workers were scrambling to get things put together, but due to a storm that had rolled in overnight, it was incredibly difficult to set things up. As guests began to arrive, the site was way less than desired. Do you want to assume what they're rolling up to?
I'm guessing everything's torn apart by the storm or not set up because of the storm. Everything's still in boxes. There's probably like 10 workers trying to set up for this whole thing.
Pretty close. Instead of luxury lodging, guests were met with disaster relief tents. The super comfy beds that they were meant to flop down into after a day of the best partying of their lives.
Cots.
Were soaked from being outside in the rain overnight. Some of them were still wrapped in plastic as well.
Hey, you know what? Maybe that's better.
The celebrity chefs cooking your meals were nowhere to be seen, but if the guests were hungry, food was provided.
They should have shipped in Factor meals.
Honestly, Factor wasn't around yet. Factor wasn't around yet. Not sponsored, but we'll take it.
Factor meals.
Factor, you're listening.
You sponsor everyone. Come on.
So, Kyle, can you please describe the photo of this gourmet Fyre Festival food that was being handed out to starving attendees?
I've seen better prison food, but this is what appears to be 2 slices of wheat bread, assorted greens with some tomato slices, and 2 slices of provolone cheese.
Yeah,
maybe?
Probably.
It's kind of shiny though.
It is. Maybe from the rain. The humidity.
The humidity on the cheese made it shiny. That's terrible. All in a styrofoam container, which is bad for trash on an island.
Yeah. So, yum. I'd be crying.
You would be crying, because I feel like if you had the money at the time and you were a millennial, you would have went to this.
I'm going to post pictures on our Instagram at a couple of brain cells, but I am going to show you a couple more video or pictures.
Just gonna gloss over that.
I didn't hear. I was reading something.
I was saying, I think if you were the audience at this time, millennial, had the money, you would have attempted to go.
Oh, yes.
This would have been you.
Yeah.
Even your salad.
Yeah. Well, okay, wait. Do you know the memes that are like millennial burger joint?
Yes.
This is a deconstructed turkey sandwich.
Burger. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple more photos I'm going to upload them to the Instagram, add a couple of brain cells on Instagram if you guys want to follow along. But this first photo, I'm going to have you describe them for the audience because I think it'll be fun. This is the photo of what the tents were supposed to look like. This was the concept photo.
Oh, wow, that's nice. It's a little drawing. It has a chandelier. It has 2 maybe full-size beds. Or are those sofas? 2 beds and 2 sofas?
Yeah.
And a bunch of windows. Wow, this is like a cabin. Almost like a cabin.
I'm like, to me, I'm like, oh, think safari tent.
That's probably like 200 square feet. That's big.
And here's a picture of the actual tents.
Well, that's the outside. What's the inside look like? That's not a fair comparison.
Let me find the picture.
Those are like those.
I couldn't find a ton of pictures. It looks
like
the
domes you see they'll use on like the Mars mission, like the space domes.
You can kind of see the inside there. Here.
Let me zoom in. Let me see. Yeah, there's mattresses inside. There's mattresses outside. There's bedding outside. The tents are kind of cool. You know, the shape of them are kind of cool to me. Mm-hmm. You know, they look kind of like half golf balls. I would have preferred a mattress that was still plastic wrapped so that way it would be dry after these storms.
100%. I think it's also important to say that there's no floor in the tents. It's just the dirt.
That's fine. That's festival. That's how Coachella is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Well, if you have if you bring your own tent, it usually has
bring
floor.
your own tent, yeah.
Yeah.
But their tents don't.
Yes, they do.
There's
the safari tents that I was showing you.
There's little canopies.
No, they had. Anyways.
What do I know?
Here's the concierge that you would go to get help with all of this.
There's no one here.
Yeah.
Is that the bit?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a bottle of alcohol, though.
Also, everything else.
The pallets of boxes still wrapped up. Amazon boxes at that.
What do you think?
Again, I think it's somewhere where you would have found yourself.
Me?
Yeah, correct.
No, because here's what I do.
100%. 100%.
I always give it a year. I always give it one, do it first, and then if the first year is good, I'll go to the second. My FOMO was really bad.
Blink 182.
Blink 182. I also feel like I should mention there's no running water.
On the beach. That are around an ocean.
So just an awful sight to see if you pay $12,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, $12,000 could have been a car back then.
Back in the day, 2017.
You could buy 2 used Honda Civics for that amount of money.
And isn't that a tragedy?
Yeah.
So as attendees are in line waiting to get checked in, some people just start rushing to grab tents and mattresses because they were waiting a long time. And they're like, we gotta just Lord of the Flies it, right? I feel like most people realize it's just lock-in time. And even though not every guest had arrived at the festival yet, there was nowhere near enough shelters or mattresses for everyone. That seems to be a trend with these things that fall apart. There's never enough stuff. I'm like, how many people are coming.
Yeah.
Those who tried to leave struggled a bit. The hotels around Fyre Fest were in peak season, even without the festival. So there was very limited vacancy. On top of that, attendees had been told by Fyre Fest that this was a cashless event. They had gotten instructions on how to attach their card to an RFID wristband they received. So many people were left without a means
to survive.
For paying anything.
Sure.
Yeah, for anything. Although...
Because they didn't bring any payment methods with them.
Yes, because they were it's all online.
Traveling.
Kyle, I didn't say that everyone was smart in this situation.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're traveling, a lot of these people flew in, you got to go to your local airport.
Yeah.
Do you just not eat until you get here?
I don't know.
Maybe.
So although there was a lack of cell service and Wi-Fi, there were tweets and information emerging about all of this online, and pretty quickly everyone picked it up and was like, what the heck is going on? In addition to everything I've already mentioned, attendees had also mentioned there was no lighting, some of their baggage had been lost, and there weren't enough porta potties, which that's a concern.
This is serious. But you also have the ocean.
You don't have the ocean because you're gonna get itchy.
What? That's what the ocean's for.
Billy did get up on stage and answer questions for a little bit as attendees first started to arrive, but as more people arrived and things started getting out of hand, he was promptly ushered off stage. At the end of all of this, The only performance that happened at Fyre Festival was that of a group of local musicians, which shout out to them for trying to even alleviate a little bit of the misery these people were being put through. The festival was canceled the next morning. This is the statement put out on their website. Are you ready?
No, I'm not
ridiculous.
ready, but because I know it's going to be pretty bad. But
Fyre Festival said... That's probably how you fucking talk. Fyre Festival set out to provide a once-in-a-lifetime musical experience on the islands of the Exumas. Due to circumstances out of our control, the physical infrastructure was not in place on time, and we are unable to fulfill on that vision safely and enjoyably for our guests. At this time, we are working tirelessly to get flights scheduled and get everyone off to Great Exuma and home safely as quick as we can. We ask that guests currently on island do not make their own arrangements to get to the airport as we are coordinating those plans. We are working to place everyone on complimentary charters back to Miami today. This process has commenced, and the safety and comfort of our guests is our top priority. The festival is being postponed until we can further assess if and when we are able to create the high-quality experience we envisioned. We ask for everyone's patience and cooperation during this difficult time as we work as quickly and safely as we can to remedy this unforeseeable situation.
it's crazy.
We will continue to provide regular updates via email to our guests and via our social media channels as soon as they become available. What do you mean unforeseeable? You didn't have any fucking money. That's pretty foreseeable.
Yeah, that's funny.
They're acting like there was like a hurricane or something that came through and wiped it all away. Ja Rule also posted his own statement that's like kind of hilarious. It's on his Twitter. It was just like a notes app one. Let's see.
You always got to love those screenshots of the notes app because that definitely means someone did something wrong.
Yeah, and it's very like we don't see them anymore. Like it's very 2017 core. Notes app apologies. So this is what Ja Rule had to say. We are working right now on getting everyone off the island safe. That is my immediate concern. I will make a statement soon. I'm heartbroken at this moment. My partners and I wanted this to be an amazing event. There's no punctuation, by the way. It was, all caps, not a scam, as everyone is reporting. I don't know how everything went so left, but I'm working to make it right by making sure everyone is refunded. I truly apologize, as this is, all caps again, not my fault. But I'm taking responsibility. Oh, I'm deeply sorry to everyone who was inconvenienced by this. It's not my fault, but I'm taking responsibility.
I think it's really. I really like the one line in there, and I gotta use it more often. Is I don't know how this went left, but I'm gonna make it right.
Yeah.
Like, cause like.
Period. He is a rapper. He's a wordsmith.
But it's not his fault.
It's not his fault, but he's taking responsibility.
Correct.
Obviously, the fallout from this was pretty big. There have been 8 lawsuits filed, mostly against Billy and Fyre as a whole. Ja Rule was named in a few, but a lot of the time it seems like he worked something out privately with the plaintiffs and his name would like get removed, which is probably smart. The FBI began investigating Billy and his associates for various fraud charges in May of 2017, and Billy pled guilty to 2 counts of wire fraud in March of 2018. Wow. In October of 2018, he was sentenced to 6 years in prison and had to forfeit $26 million. Crazy. This is officially the first episode that I had to get on the FBI website to research it.
I'm kind of surprised. It took until episode 10 to get you there.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, huh? I didn't even have to go on for the Ruby Frankie episode.
Wow.
In 2019, both Netflix and Hulu released documentaries about Fyre Festival. The Netflix one gets a lot of attention as it features one of the event producers talking about how Bahamian Customs like wouldn't release water because they hadn't gotten paid to release the water. It just went super. I'm just gonna show you the clip because
play the clip.
You need to see this with
play the clip.
Thine own eyes.
Play the clip.
Let's see, where is it? What's his name? Fyre Fest.
With a Y.
Water. Fyre Fest water guy. Oh my god, Netflix uploaded the clip on their own
YouTube.
On their own YouTube. That's really funny. This poor guy. Okay, here you go.
I went down. Well, Billy called me. I'm going to speak completely, this won't go that far, I'm sure, but Billy called and said, Andy, we need you to take one big thing for the team. And I said, oh my gosh, I've been taking something for the team every day. He said, well, you're our wonderful gay leader, and we need you to go down. Will you suck dick to fix this water problem? And I said, Billy, what? He said, Andy, if you will go down and suck Cunningham's dick, who's the head of customs, and get him to clear all of the containers with water, you will save this festival. And I literally drove home, took a shower. I drank some mouthwash. I'm like, oh my gosh, and I got into my car to drive across the island to take one for the team. And I got to his office fully prepared to suck his dick. But he couldn't have been nicer. He's like, Andy, listen, I will release all the water. I will let you serve it, but I want to be one of the first people to be paid this import fee for what you're doing. And I said, okay, great. And I got back and I had all the water that we needed.
That's fucking crazy.
Isn't that insane? But
that's terrible.
He kind of became a meme because everyone was like, get yourself a friend like this.
Stupid?
We'll suck dick to save
Gullible?
your life. We'll suck dick to save your life.
Look, there's a whole concept of ride or die, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe in that if it involves supporting stupid people.
Yeah.
If the person's good and they're smart and they find themselves in a bad situation, that's different versus this is obviously a recurring theme with these people he's been doing this with.
Yeah.
And he's still about to, like, go a step further.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
It's crazy.
Where do you draw the line if it's not there?
Yeah, it's just part of the craziness of it all. The films also raised awareness for other like local vendors because a lot of the team they had to end up getting was just like local people on the island, and they never got paid. A lot of them never got paid for all that shit. So luckily, viewers ended up like crowdfunding money to pay these people, which was kind of nice.
So the people spent money to get scammed, and then they spent more money to help the people on the island.
Yeah. Well, like people just watching the movies.
I'm sure people who were on that island just wanted it to be done and over with and get everyone gone.
I'm not saying it's... Oh, you mean the vendors. Okay.
Yeah, like the vendors on the island who were hired that were never paid.
Yeah.
Probably just helping to get like people out of their home.
Yeah.
Like just, let's help you. You're in a bad spot, but we want you to leave.
Yeah. So, babe, if you were Billy and you're in prison and this is your legacy... What would you do?
I'd kill myself.
He got out of prison in 2023 and said, let's do it again.
Oh.
To be clear, you're not saying he should.
No.
You're saying that's what you do.
If I did it,
yeah.
If I was in the spot, I would kill myself.
So he got out of prison, and he tweeted that Fyre Festival 2 was on the way and already had secured funding.
When we're in the market shopping for a house, and I think of how hard it is just to get like a mortgage that's well funded, and we're like two good individuals, and then this guy can go and scam someone, go to federal prison for wire transfer fraud that the FBI found out, and then successfully get funding to do it again, blows my mind. I want to know these banks where he's talking.
Do you think Fyre Festival 2 actually happened?
Yes.
Okay. They didn't.
But he got funding, so where'd the money go?
So it bounced around. I don't think there was funding. It bounced around to a couple potential resorts, and the date continued to get like pushed back further and further. Kind of funny, as people began to come at him and say there was like nothing planned. Once again, he's lying about all this shit. He posted copies of a permit for the event at a beach club in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, but the permit only allows for 4 hours of music and had a limit of 250 attendees.
Sounds like it's an exclusive opportunity, and I'm going to charge $30,000 per person.
It didn't end up happening. It ended up getting canceled. And in April of 2025, Billy put the entire Fyre brand up for sale. It was auctioned on eBay and sold for... Do you want to guess?
I didn't know you can buy a brand on eBay.
I also didn't know this.
I don't know, $20.
$245,300.
Wow.
Not that much. Billy is now working on a, quote, event concept. All of this is such millennial startup, like, concept, kitchen, fucking
Self-starter.
shit. It's called Phoenix. It's spelled like... spelled like PHNX.
Of course, he can't spell.
No. He emphasized that he learned his lesson with fire and prison. And so he is now rising from the ashes. Phoenix had its first small event in late 2025 and it was very mixed reviews. It was like, whatever that was. So
why is he so adamant about this one business model that he wants to do events?
I don't know. Why doesn't he get a real job?
McDonald's is hiring.
What do we think? Closing thoughts.
What do I think about it? This man needs to go back to prison for the safety of everyone.
He needs to go back to prison for the reputation of music festivals.
Reputation.
Reputation. That's how the Reputation Stadium tour started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
From doing events. Maybe that's just not his thing. Maybe he is a self-starter. Maybe he is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe he is not for this.
I see this story as like not only a cautionary tale for, again, these events that people just like think they can just throw. You can't. They take a lot of planning. You can if you're a good planner and if you're serious.
You know, the good news is this guy has drive.
Yes. But he was told throughout planning, like, we need to push this back, and he said no. So you set everybody up. That's on you. I also think it's a cautionary tale for, we've been kind of ragging on millennials the whole episode. This is the millennial hating episode, I guess. But, like, there is a culture of these, like, self-starter, startup entrepreneur types of millennials. Like, millennial burger joint. Like, McDonald's is hiring, I promise.
Do you think it's like a power thing?
I do.
Yeah.
It's very, I don't understand it. And as someone who, we're starting our podcast, we are starting something. I don't see us like that because we're just like doing shit for fun. Millennial burger joint is like, okay, let me put my hair up in a man bun and shit. Like, I don't know. It feels disingenuous.
Yeah, well, you know, he's hungry for more, which I think is a good thing. But, I don't know.
Either way, it'll go down. It's gone down in internet history. Like, everybody knows about Fyre Fest.
Devoured.
And a lot of when things go wrong, they're like, oh, this is Fyre Fest for... Like, there's been a lot of book ones going wrong. Fyre Fest for books and stuff like that.
Well, the good news is from this story, you know, we take what's ours. So...
What does that mean?
Like, we got a story out of it.
Oh.
We got a whole episode out of it. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Billy McFarland and Ja Rule. Anyways.
We can't thank Ja Rule because it's not his fault.
It's not his fault, but he took responsibility.
Yeah, correct.
Anyways, what was your favorite thing you saw this week?
The favorite thing that I saw this week is I am just excited for the House of the Dragon to be back.
It comes back the day we are recording this.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, the day we're recording this is that your only thing? Mm-hmm. Before I take it over. Mm-hmm. Love Island is on some shit this season.
Love Island is Love Island, and they're always on some shit.
But they're starting Casa Amor tonight, which I think will hit this villa like a nuclear bomb. And I'm sad. This is psychological warfare.
And Sincere will be the coughing baby.
Sincere is the coughing baby.
Yes.
Everyone's a fucking coughing baby. All these people will fold. It's going to be a bloodbath. Like, it's going to be ugly. And yeah, I'm excited. Love Island. I watch you every season, girl.
Well, cool.
All right, guys. Well, if you like this episode, don't forget to follow us on wherever you're listening. Like I said, we're going to post the pictures and things to a couple of brain cells. Highly recommend you go look at them. And also follow that Instagram page because we post things every single week. And yes, we will see you next week. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.